It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14. And a Buccaneer first down.
And a give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7. Steelers.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a double team, and it's intercepted. Davis picks him. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Second and 15. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
9-yard gain.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
From the gun, this will be McFarland. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Made at the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. And here's a throw, it's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
There's nothing.
They'll run here with McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Made at the 47.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's good.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They'll run with McFarland. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down, McFarland. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The surprise 2nd-round pick, Sean Bunning, there to get a hand in.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the ball enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down. Doesn't matter how far they need for a first down throwing the ball. Instead, they run it. And as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They begin the drive with McFarland. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for the Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB.
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. He'll drop to throw. Quickly here, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9. Brings up
From the shotgun now, here's an inside gain. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll find Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty. They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a third down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
At the 16-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to 24.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try to move.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The kicker here is complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
The Bucs 42-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
That's good.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Tucker McCann.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And the Buccaneer first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Tampa Bay.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows?
Throw it, opening, and there he goes. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 74 yards.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
He was brought
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Buccaneers 37, Steelers 24.
McCann's got it teed up.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back. Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. 2nd and 9 now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And again this time the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
13-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And at the 25-yard line, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they try the right side here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Now for the point after. And the lead cut down to 9.
Good. Makes the score Buccaneers 40. Steelers.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Now a handoff looking right.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Second and 6.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ball carrier.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Bucs on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. And again this time to the tailback. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 43, Steelers 38.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll be a 33-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's third down.
Third down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He'd done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10, but I remember it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened here in the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
First down, Buccaneers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. And it's incomplete, but there is still 2 seconds left in this ball game. So they'll have one final shot. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Steelers, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.